Mm. What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know, it just literally does not work. Hope everybody's had a great Thirsty Thursday. Do you realize that 1 week from today, we will be watching football? The NFL season will be here and be upon us. I can't believe it. I literally just can't believe it. I am so excited. I just got back home from Waynesboro. Um, Bad accident. Sat in traffic for about 45 minutes getting here. The last bit in bed, I had a leg cramp. I don't know what it is, but lately, last few months, man, I've been getting cramps left and right. And there is nothing worse than getting a cramp in your inner thigh of your driving leg when you are sitting in stop and go traffic. And oh my God, I thought, I was just like, just cut my leg off, just cut my leg off. It was just bad. Anyway, feels good to be home. I'm tired. I'm real tired. But I feel good. We got a lot of stuff done at the Red Brick House. And Ward family, I apologize, buddy, for, Walmart radio plays across the street from us, and they're always playing like older songs, It's like Blue Heaven is a place called Earth or whatever, which was kind of interesting because I was sitting here this morning doing my morning video at the Red Brick House, and I was thinking, this is like heaven. But be that as it may, I apologize because I don't mean you to be driving down the road, with the song stuck in your head because I stuck it in your head. But when I got here, I said hello to Rashid. Rashid's checking on him, make sure he's okay. He's doing good. He knows that it's a week away from go time. Cowboys versus Giants season opener. And I was sitting there and I was just looking at the news coming across. And I saw a clip of Dak Prescott and Tyron Smith, and they were going to Zach Martin to take him a gold necklace for Madden 99 rating. And it was cool seeing that. But that's not what I was really taking me aback by. What I was looking at Tyron Smith. Now see, understand, I met Tyron Smith, I think it was the second autograph signing show I think I'd ever been to in Chantilly. And it was 2012. My wife used to work for United Way, and she did the work between NFL and United Way. And I remember they were doing the billboard campaign, and they were going through the players. Each team would have a player that was going to be on the billboard. And I remember my wife, saying, who do you think, who would be good candidates for it? And I said, Tyron Smith. I said, Tyron Smith ain't going nowhere anytime soon. I can guarantee he going to be on the team. There ain't no chance he going to get cut. And I said, he's a big presence that you'd want to have on a billboard. And it ended up being that they did pick Tyron Smith. And I remember meeting Tyron Smith and getting his autograph. And this is before the Chantilly autograph show got really, really big. He was actually there with a Dallas Cowboy fan club doing his signing, because this is before he was really blowing up. And I had Joe Boo. He was kind of like, man, I ain't into that voodoo, but I got a picture with him with it, right? And when we got finished with the autograph signing, I said, I'll see you in Oxnard in 2 weeks. He was like, okay. So here it was. We're in Oxnard 2 weeks later. And this is a week after he had gotten his $97 million contract. And so here it is. It's after practice. I'm there with Tracy and Martin, the photographer, and myself. And Tyron Smith gets walked over by the community director to do this photo shoot. I had Joe Boo. And I said, I told you I was going to see you in 2 weeks. Like, okay. And Tyron Smith and I saw him in Arizona at the Pro Bowl and places like that. I've seen him at the autograph sign show. So, he's cool people. But what I was looking at, because that was 11 years ago, looking at Tyron Smith walking there with Dak Prescott over to Zach Martin, I was looking, and he looks a lot better than he has the last couple of years. He looked younger to me. Maybe I'm delusional. Maybe I'm going crazy here, but he looked really, really good. Now, I want to believe that Tyron Smith is going to stay healthy for at least half the season or more. Because if that happens, with Tyler Smith playing guard, that side of the field is going to be good. And we heard from Mike McCarthy talking about Terrence Steele and his recovery from his ACL. He said he did not miss a single workout, since a single practice. He missed nada, nothing, zero, zilch. And that he is so far ahead of schedule. Now, I will say this much. The thing I hate to say about the Dallas Cowboys and injuries is they sometimes seem to be a little overly optimistic. Didn't we hear a lot of great things about Michael Gallup's recovery last year? He was going to be ready to go come training camp, and how good he was and how much time he'd put in. And I know that from personal experience, because when we were down to take care of Stuart Morrison's mother's, his home, we did the tour of the Star, which was the first tours that had happened with COVID. And we couldn't see the locker room because Michael Gallup, when everybody else had been done with their workouts, he was in the locker room getting extra treatment and working on it. It wasn't that he wasn't trying to put in the effort for it. It wasn't ready. But for the most part, we lost Overshone. But knock on wood, for the most part, this team is really healthy going into the season. I hope I didn't just jinx it. But I look at this from the standpoint of knowing that Michael Gallup is healed from his injury where he couldn't get on the field till week 4? That we're not without Tyron Smith. That Dak is further removed from the ankle injury. That we have a lot of young, talented guys that haven't been beat to hell. And then I feel like this team is ready to do something. Now, you hear something enough times, you start to believe it. See, this is the problem that happens with Dak Prescott. Somebody had tweeted that Dak Prescott being talked about is worth an additional $250 million to the shows and stuff. I believe it's probably more than that, because it seems like 25% of all the talking shows are about the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott, or who should replace Dak Prescott, or who's better than Dak Prescott, or Dak Prescott's dinking and dunking, garbage time points, or interceptions. I mean, we get all of that. You could literally take all the talk of all the other quarterbacks and put it in one pile, and it would still pale in comparison to all the talk about Dak Prescott. So you hear so many times that he is garbage and things, you begin to believe it. If you hear something enough times, you begin to believe it. And the Cowboys always tell you, this guy's doing great, the rehab's going well, and we want to believe it. But Neville Gallimore, oh, he'll miss about 3 games, misses 12. He's never the same after hyperextended elbow. Oh, Michael Gallup, we're going to pay him, but he should be ready for training camp. He's not ready to like week 4 or 5. If this, here's the point that I was making on that. I'm a little tired, forgive me. We're hearing like Micah Parsons, who seems to be a man on a mission, about Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl. And you're beginning to hear people talking about Cowboys and Super Bowl, Cowboys and Super Bowl. You're hearing it enough times that now you're setting expectations that Super Bowl or bust. And the reality is you just don't know. This time last year, the Eagle fan base was questioning whether or not Jalen Hurts was a viable quarterback and was happy that they had draft picks that they could replace him. They were trying to get Russell Wilson into the fold, and not that many people saw them in the Super Bowl. Yet there they were. That's the crazy thing about football. Teams that you think are going to be great, a lot of times disappoint. And teams that you think are going to be ass are the teams that end up going to the Super Bowl. And I guess that's why we all watch. Well, good people, I'm having a hard time keeping my eyes open. I'm going to go up here, take me a shower. I'm going to climb up under the covers, and I'm going to be here with you guys tomorrow. If you're traveling for the holiday weekend, getting that last bit of beach in, please be careful on the roads. Like I said, I was stuck in traffic for about 45 minutes with a bad accident. Take your time and arrive alive. Have a good time. Don't eat too many burgers. And make sure you tell the people you love them. Because you might not get the chance again. And I love you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow.